Good morning, my dear students. Once more, we are here for the S3 students. So if you are a S3 student, you better draw near because this class is for you. Any other class can equally join because this is English studies. It cuts across levels. Okay. Remember that last time we dealt with question tags, how to form question tags, and we looked at what we can call the meaning of question tags. We also looked at how question tags could be formed, the different ways which one can form question tags. Today, we are going to look at appropriate responses for particular tags. For instance, if someone asks you a question and as you are nodding your head, you are saying no verbally. It is confusing. Somebody asks you, do you care for this? Maybe he wants to give you something. And as you are saying no with your mouth, you are shaking your head. You are nodding your head rather. You are nodding your head and you are saying no. Everybody, it is universally accepted that nodding the head means affirmation, as in means yes. Then, if you nod the head, which indicates that you're saying yes, and then you are saying no with your mouth, see? Confusion. It is confusing. So it is the same with question tags and their appropriate responses. Some people, you may not be among them, but if you're having a problem with question tags, like some people do, how to respond to question tags, we are going to deal with it today. Alright, taking it a little bit back to our previous class on question tags, you know that due to time, there are some aspects of the question tags that we didn't touch. By the grace of God, I think I have to share with you one or two other things about the question tags before we go fully into responses. Remember all we said about question tags? How positive statements attract negative tags and vice versa. And how all the verbs of the auxiliary, like can, like is, like will, like maybe are, and such verbs, they are repeated in the tag. Once they occur in the statement, it is usually repeated in the tag. He can do it. Can't he? He will come. Won't he? He is here. Isn't he? See? You are beautiful. Aren't you? We also said that apart from these auxiliary verbs, which tend to repeat themselves in the tag, that other verbs like come, like go, like most main verbs, according to their tense, whether they are in the present, past, or otherwise, they tend to make use of the verb to do, which comprises do, does, and did. See? So if he says he came yesterday, you can't say came he or camn't he. This is the verb that you pick in tandem with the tense. Since this is in the past tense, you see, the verb to do, there is a past tense form too, which is did. And we say positive statement attracts negative tag, and we know that negative is any sentence or word that contains not or the short form or maybe no. These are negative. It is not here. So since you said that positive statements attract negative tag, and since you said that apart from the auxiliaries, you should look up all the verbs in the auxiliaries so you know what you mean, both the primary and the module. Apart from auxiliaries, all main verbs, most main verbs form their tags using the verb to do, does, did. And this is done according to the tense of the main verb. So what shall we have here? He came yesterday. You see, we pick because it's the past tense, didn't he? That's what he said, if you can remember. No? He goes to church every day. You see, this is another main verb. You cannot say goesn't he. You still pick the appropriate tense from the verb to do. So what we have should be doesn't he. We can't do that with the verb of the auxiliary, because if you say he can do it, you don't have any business with picking any of the verbs to do, because the auxiliary verb can actually be repeated in the third person. So what you have to do is can't he. See? That's what it meant. Alright. This is not what they have come to do, just to refresh your memory. Then the first person pronoun I, when it is in the present, goes with the auxiliary verb am. I am here. How do we form the tag for this kind of construction? I am here. Shall we say, am not I? The appropriate tag for this kind of construction for anything I am is aren't. Aren't I? You do not say amn't I, because I said that all the verbs of the auxiliary are mostly repeated in the tag. The rule doesn't apply to the first person singular. Aren't I? In some cases, in some most informal cases, especially among the British in the native tongue, you can have something like I am here. Then someone can say, am I not? Am I not? So, but normally, this is the tag, the construction that we use to form a tag for this kind of statement. Aren't I? Is that taken? Okay. Now, there is this verb used Two, when this particular verb is used in a statement, how do we form the tag? Let's use it in a statement. He used to play the piano. Okay? So how do we form a tag for this kind of expression? He used to play the piano. We still use the verb of, from the verb to do, didn't he? He used to play the piano, didn't he? Okay. These are not what we have come here to do today. We have come to let you have an experience of the proper responses for particular question tag. But I'm happy that we were able to do this morning, because it is part of what we should have done the previous time, but we were choked by time. You know, this online lesson has its limitations. So now, let's come to what you have. Question tags with responses. I assume that you have known all the formats for forming question tags. You know the appropriate verbs to use to form particular question tags. Let's now move on with responses. How do you respond to question tags? I write on the board. A question tag which is in the negative expects a response either in the negative, in the positive. What this means is that you are asked a question using a question tag. Doesn't mean that you must affirm to that question. Maybe somebody asks you, "You have eaten, haven't you?" You mustn't say, "Yes, I have," when you have not eaten. Our worry with the response to question tags is focused on the two aspects of the answer, the yes and the no, with the remaining phrase that completes the answer. Let me say something on the board. When answering a question tag, the response must be in uniformity with the yes or no phrase. You can't say no, I did. You can't say yes, I didn't. It is a very wrong answer. That's what you are saying. If you are asked a question, let's ask a question. Okay, let's say example. Excuse me, let's make it clear. Example. Okay, we are going to have a sentence that we need to show example of the importance of maintaining a yes question or no question in response. You saw him when he entered my room, comma, didn't you? So maybe you are a witness to an event that occurred, and maybe a neighbor is calling you as a witness and he or she asks you this question. You saw him when he entered my room, didn't you? Okay. If you didn't see this person, this he, when he entered the room, your response should be, no, comma, I didn't. No, I did not see him when he entered the room. No, I didn't. If you really saw him, if you indeed saw him and you wished to witness to the fact that you saw him, and also answer, yes, I did. That's what we are trying to say. That you can answer a that question whether positively or negatively, just as the situation demands, but you must maintain a definite course of answer. You mustn't say, no, I did, to a question, didn't you? Or yes, I didn't. It is wrong. So, if you say, you saw him when he entered my room, didn't you? The appropriate response to such a question is, no, I didn't, or yes, I did. If you say, no, I did, it is wrong. If you say, yes, I didn't, it is equally incorrect. Okay. Let's have other examples. Man. The policeman caught the thief. I hope by this time you will be able to form the appropriate tag to this kind of statement. The policeman caught the thief. So what should be here as a tag? Remember, this is a main verb. Shall we say cottoned there? Cannot say that. Remember, we go straight to the verb to do, which comprises do, does, and did. And we check the tense of the verb. We can see that it is in the simple past tense, and this is simple past tense. Since the statement is in the positive, remember that we have to form a negative tag. Is this all clear now? So what do we do? The policeman caught the thief. We use this one and we put our negative, and this is in the plural because these are policemen, and we say didn't is there. Alright, we have formed the tag from our verb to do. So the response to this particular question, what should it be? You answer yes, they did, or you answer no, they didn't, according to what actually happened. Yes, they did, or no, they didn't. Let's have more examples. She doesn't have any boyfriend. You know? She doesn't have any boyfriend. See? She doesn't have any boyfriend. This kind of statement is what we call a statement that is in the negative because it makes use of the not form. This one is shortened. She does not have any boyfriend. And we say, remember the rule, negative statements attract positive tag. Positive statements attract negative tag. What verb do you have here? The verb does. We also have the verb have. So when we say she doesn't have any boyfriend, we pick this verb to do and we put it in the positive. There's no need to now write negative again because the statement is in the negative. So we ask, does she? And we can have two kinds of answer. You can say no, yes, she does. You can have no, she doesn't. You can't say yes, she doesn't. And you can't say no, she does. This format is applicable to most tags, all tags. Okay, due to time, we are going to call it a day here. But before we round it off, we are going to try and give you a sample exercise which we expect you to do. You do it for yourself and do it for us. Please look at the exercises and look at the instructions. It says attach the appropriate tags and responses to the following question tags. Initially, I've wanted to put the tags myself and allow you to supply the responses. But why keep you bored since you're already bored at home? I want to make it more interesting. So please form the question tags and apply the appropriate response. Mr. Ojo is a successful businessman. It is not the end of your life. We used to come here often. I am very clever. And number 5, they did not finish in time. So you know how we used to do it? Form the tag, remove the full stop and put the comma, and form the tag, then apply the appropriate responses. See you again soon, and hope to see you when all these things are over.